everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Today we are going to make a card and I have used a sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that sketch right here and show you what I am following. Now that you've seen the sketch, we're going to go ahead and jump in and make the card. So the one thing I want to mention is a lot of times I use card sketches, and you guys know typically I was doing Creative Challenge card sketches on Monday, and there is no Creative Challenge anymore club, and so I'm not using those. But what I'm finding difficult is I can never do one of these sketches, and you know how lots of these sketch websites will have like link up with us, you know, do your card and then take a photo and post it somewhere and then link up with us. I never have the opportunity to do that because I'm not like, I'm always going back and looking for sketches, or I think this sketch that I'm using is a couple weeks old. So that's unfortunate because I would really love to link up with them, but their posts just aren't up long enough for me to get around to doing it. So today I'm going to be using the Balloon Bash stamp set, which I love this stamp set. However, I will mention that these images on the front are only at 70%. So I got the stamp set out and I was looking at the images and I was like, oh yeah, that'll be perfect. And then I opened it up and I was like, whoa, that's not gonna work. Because originally I was going to use this image right here and it's a little bit bigger. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about designing those cards. And then I'm also going to be using the new, this is the Birthday Bash paper. And the really fun part of this paper is it has some foil to it. So I really love that. And I, of course, love the colors. It's just really fun colors. So we're gonna start with a white card base. And this is just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so I just took an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock and we cut that right in half. The next thing I did was I took one of the designer pieces in the pack of paper, and this is at 4 inches and then it's 5 1/2. So it's not going to have any cut out off the top or the bottom, and it's only going to leave this white border. So let's go ahead and attach that because there's nothing else that we're doing. And I rarely do this kind of layering. I usually always just take a 1/4 inch off all of the sides, but I've really been trying to branch out and maybe try a few things that are different. So this is my attempt for that. So now I have some layers that are gonna happen, and the sketch only really called for 2. It looked like in the sketch that it was just 2 layers, but I really wanted to use this paper because it's so pretty. And so I just pulled out another color. So that's the great thing about the designer paper from Stampin' Up! Is that you're gonna be able to just coordinate all your papers. So I just looked at this paper. A little bit hard to see in here, you guys. As always, I'm filming when it's really late. So there's this blue color, and I'm gonna go ahead and layer those 2 up before we stamp. And then we have this white piece, and this is the piece we're gonna stamp on. So what I did is I took this stamp out, and it looks like this. Let me show you one here. It's this one right here. So I'm just gonna grab a block, and I love these photopolymer stamps because you can really see it lined up. So then I'm taking Bermuda Bay. I know, you guys, I've been using that color so much lately, but I just love it. And it's actually a color that coordinates with a lot of the designer paper that we have out for the spring. So I'm just lining this up in this circle and pressing it down, and look how beautiful. Okay, so we're almost done. The sketch was super easy, and I did it for all of my February birthday cards. So if you were on my team or you were a family member, this is the birthday card you got. Okay, so that's going right up top. And then I think I will go ahead and put this on dimensional. Okay, so we can layer this up, and I just wanted to mention a really fun tip. Do you guys watch Rachel Ray? Remember what was it, 30-minute meals or whatever it was on the cooking, what was that, the Food Network. And remember how Rachel Ray always had a garbage bowl on her workspace, like when she was cooking, and she'd throw all the trash in the work bowl or in the trash bowl. That's kind of the same concept that I did on my desk. I took this little container. It was just a candle. It was a candle from the Bath and Body Works. And I took that, and then I've left it on my table for those little scraps. And I love it. So now I'm just taking some dimensionals, some rhinestones, I'm sorry, and I'm putting it right on there. So we're almost done with this card. And then I just have this little tiny banner that I've already cut, and then I've added Bermuda Bay baker's twine to it. And I just did that because that was kind of tedious. I didn't want to waste time on camera doing it. And then this kind of went down crooked because I was talking, kind of not paying attention. So let's just lift it up and turn it a tiny bit. There we go. Not bad at all. So then we'll just take this banner and we'll stick it right here, and that will totally complete our sketch. So I love the way this card came out. Super simple. And again, I did a bunch of these and it was simple to do. I just did all the steps, each step at a time. So I used my circle framelits and I cut out a bunch of these in the different sizes, trimmed my paper down, did my white card base. It was perfect. So these are happy birthday cards. So thank you guys so much for coming by today. As always, you can get to my coordinating blog post by clicking right up here, and it will show you a supply list. So if you need to pick up any of these items, you can do that right now at my online store. And don't forget that this month is celebrations, and so for every $50 you guys spend, you are getting free gifts. So make sure you get those orders in and you get those free gifts. Thank you guys so much for coming by, and I will be back later.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it a brighter place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside.